Welcome.
Good morning.
Hi.
Would you please share with us a movie that you liked and what you liked about it?
Say the first part.
Would you share with us a movie that you liked and what you liked about it?
No. You tell me your favorite movie. Please.
The Princess Bride?
Good.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies is called Antonia's Line, and it is Dutch, I think.
Say the title again.
Antonia's Line.
Slam that door, I couldn't hear. Say it one more time.
Antonia's Line.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Or there's a movie called Good Dick. That's a good movie.
That's my favorite movie too. Coincidence. I just saw a really strange film called, no, it's just, I just realized I could want to talk about because it's made by a Spaniard. The Skin I Live In, that was the Almodovar film, the one before the last one. You see that one? It's pretty freaky, but it's good. You guys know the film? You don't like it? You love it? You don't love it? I love it. Yes? No? Okay. I'm sorry? The Skin I Live In. Now you know. You like it? Okay. You really freaked me out. But I think that was the point. I thought it was a great film. And I also saw, the same day I saw that film, I saw Under the Skin, which is a new film about an alien driving around Edinburgh in a van looking for things to eat. That's a freaky film too. And then I saw Don Hemingway with Jude Law. That's a really good one too. Anything else I could say? The Claw. The Clock.
Yes. Right now it's a movie.
Say
The Clock.
The Clock.
Yeah. It's a movie.
It's a film.
Yes.
It's in the Guggenheim right now. I have not seen it.
Very good.
Is it about time?
Yes.
That was good.
Last 24 hours.
24 hours. Have you ever seen 24-hour party people? No? Anybody seen that film? 24-hour party people? Michael Winterbottom? God. You should see it.
In 2007 I was in Berlin, and when you were introducing the juicing movie, the Scott Walken.
Sorry, slower? I couldn't hear the first part.
Okay. In 2007, I think it was the year when you introduced in Berlin at the Berlinale the movie that you produced with Stephen Hijack, and I was there.
Oh, cool.
And we were waiting for you to hear, of course, in the end, later, when Stephen explained. But what he didn't explain, and we didn't dare to ask how you met to actually make or produce the movie together. Because there's always a Q&A in the end.
Yeah.
So,
I was too nervous to even get close to that stage. How Stephen and I met?
yeah, exactly. And how about the idea too?
I met Stephen at a party at the Tribeca Film Festival after a screening of a film that he made called Cinemaniacs. And
that was the Archer production, I believe, was it?
Sorry?
For Archer, the French, was it the Archer movie? We have a channel in France and Germany, it's called Archer. Do you know?
Cinemaniacs?
Yeah.
It may have been distributed by RK, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it was.
Could be.
So long ago.
It's a film that I think would have a lot of interest in France because it's about people that are obsessed with films. I don't mean that the wrong word. I mean, that's a compliment. So we met after screening that film, and I asked him what he was working on, and he said nothing, but he really wanted to make a film about this guy named Scott Walker, and I told him he was out of his mind because there was no way he could ever do a film. Because I thought he would never allow himself to be filmed because he's such a reckless Scott Walker. And I said, well, if you do make that film, please let me know. And then we kind of connected on that and became friends, and then he found a way to make the film. That's how it happened. Yeah.
I like the pig song. I like the scene with pig.
Yeah. And there's some sides of beef in there too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. No. What?
Will you share anything about your plans for the movie you are wanting to create?
I am working with my friend Shirley Petrofrapa. I'm developing a film idea that is sort of the result of a bunch of different things that we've been playing around with. Neither one of us is an established screenwriter, so we've raised some money to hire a writer to help us get it off the ground, and we are just about to begin looking at the first set of revisions to the original draft of the script, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think the whole story is going to take a bit of a cartwheel and be absolutely rewritten. Don't know yet. What's it about? Does anyone know what this film is about? Because I have no idea.
Your last facts?
It's about someone who's trapped and needs to get out, so it's kind of an escape film. And that's all I can say. What's that? Is that a good explanation or a bad explanation? Probably bad, but I won't give it away.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. And about your collaboration with Shirley Petrofrapa, and how did it start?
How did
it all start?
I met her working on another film. She was shooting photographs as a set photographer, and kind of similar to me and Stephen, we just connected on various levels. And I asked if I could see some of her other photographs, and so she showed me what she was working on, and then she showed me some short films that she's made, and knew that I would like to work with her. So we became friends, and we started playing around with different ideas, and it slowly evolved into a film idea. And it may evolve into something else, but at the moment, it's going to be a film. She's an extremely talented graphic artist, photographer, and filmmaker.
One more question. Would have you liked to be a motorcycle racer?
With what?
Would have you liked to be a motorcycle racer?
Giacomo Agostini.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi here.
Hi.
This is your first convention. Did this experience change your perception of your fans? Have you been taken by surprise? How much we love your acting? Did you expect it?
That's 3 questions, right?
Yeah.
What's the first one?
The first one, the conventions,
Right.
your contact with your fans changed the idea you had about your fans?
It's weird, in a good way. I mean, it's hard to communicate, explain it, you know? It's very flattering. It's very nice. The thing that it changes is hearing people's perspective, and then your own perspective changes, hearing it. Hearing the effect or the experience that people have had on work that you've done.
That's it.
Because it's not actually me, it's a character, right? So you have to synthesize those 2 things. It can freak you out. Either way. And the second part of the question was?
If you expected it when you're...
I don't think there's any way you can expect it. As you get to know people and you have conversations and you go through it, and you start to understand certain patterns.
It's a good gratification for your work to know that we appreciate it so much.
That's very pleasing. It's very rewarding. It inspires me to come up with strange ideas. That hopefully I can turn into something, either something for the stage or film or strange stories, images. It's sometimes overwhelming, but I learn things from people based on their reactions to things that I've done. I see things from a completely different perspective. And then those characters or that work evolves into something else, and I can steal from that. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I can't understand what you're saying. No entiendo. ¿Trabajar con qué? ¿Con quién?
Person.
Sí, yo entiendo que es person, pero ¿qué es el nombre? ¿De quién? ¿Cómo?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Highland.
Lisa. Highland.
Angel, the group, the music.
You start a movie with Lisa Haley?
Lisha.
Lisa.
Did you hear it? Oh, it was great. We had a blast. It was very strange. Shooting sex scenes with Lisha. It was great. We loved it. It was great. Have you listened to her last record? Her last record. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. She's very good. She's very good. Beautiful voice. I thought you were saying Lisa Halley, and I
There beside the quick career opportunity and the monthly paycheck, I guess.
What more? Monthly paycheck? Pardon?
Was there a more personal reason why you auditioned for the part of Brian King?
What is the reason that I auditioned for Brian
A
King?
more personal reason because it was a big career opportunity.
Actually, no. The reason that I was interested in that part was because I'd seen a really bad VHS copy of the original that my girlfriend at the time had, and she showed it to me, and I thought that Eddie Gillen's performance was amazing. I thought it was a very interesting show, and that was that. And then when I heard that they were making it an adaptation for the United States, I thought it would be something that would never happen. I thought they wouldn't be able to do it, you know. And then I was asked to audition for it, so I auditioned for it. I mean, it was that simple. And I didn't think I was going to get it, right? I didn't think I was going to get that far. but for whatever reason, it just clicked. It was one of those things where, and I thought that if I could pull it off, like if I could actually do that, and it was if it was as interesting as what Aiden was doing, then it was worth taking a shot. That's so good, you know? It was terrifying. That's probably why I wanted to do it, you know? So. Sorry? Well, I heard that they were going to try to, but I couldn't believe that they would ever be able to do it, right? So no, I didn't know it was going to be that. I mean, I knew that it had the potential. It was on the page. It was written out. I just didn't think we'd ever go that far. So.
My question is this.
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you would have taken part if Brian wouldn't have been gay, but if you would be a hetero predator, would you have taken the same part?
I don't think he was a predator, first of all.
You know? Okay.
No. I think he was a highly sexualized, active human being.
Okay.
He wanted to get down all the time.
Yeah.
That's it. If he was straight,
Yeah.
well, the story was interesting. I mean, he would have to be an interesting character. But the essence of that character is the fact that he is an active, out, unapologetic, somewhat fearless. That's what he was running from, his own fear. So he was trying to get by it, around it, by doing something that was impossible to do, right? That doesn't really happen for straight people in the modern world in the same way. Not in the United States anyway. You know, not in the United States, not for a white male in the United States. They get away with whatever they want to get away with. They can't if they're straight.
Yeah, but that was based on European. That was based on European characters. Maybe we
Based on a man.
Maybe we've got them here.
Well, I mean, it's similar in the UK. I mean, if you're part of the Commonwealth and your skin is a certain color, at that time that was. I think Russell wrote that in 97, maybe? 96? The original? Because we started in 2000, right?
Yeah.
99. Yeah. And the show had been on 2.5 seasons. The first one was 8 episodes, I think. It was a short run. But so much has changed since 2000. It's very different. It's very different. Everything's different. That's just because of communication.
Yeah.
It's because of the internet. You know, because people can talk to each other. Can be exposed. But I can't see a straight character. You can create one, but straight characters don't really need help in Canada. They didn't really need help at that point. White, male, straight, humanoids, kind of do whatever the fuck they want to do.
I tried to think of one.
Okay.
I'm going to say it was first.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Sorry for my bad English.
Okay.
For my stupid question, are you ready for World Championship? And do you support Italy or Spanish? Because no, you have to choose. Because you said you are half Spanish, but you love Italy. But
Yeah, I'm gonna probably support both. And if that doesn't work, I think, I don't know. Who do you support?
Italy.
Why?
Well, I'm Italian. But if you were Prandelli in city of Italy, do you take Francesco Totti or not?
Do I, sorry?
In Italy.
No talking, no party, why?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
You said a moment ago that a character and an actor are of course different, obviously.
Sorry, an actor.
An actor and a character in place.
Sorry? I can't hear.
Okay. A an actor and the character he plays
Yeah.
have to be seen as like different
Right.
people, obviously. But, you know, not being an actor, I always wonder how much the character imprints on your life. Like you had Brian for so long, did you ever come home and thought, Brian?
Yeah, I've done some Brian shit.
Well, that's not what I mean.
Well, that is what you mean, actually, in my opinion, because yeah, it does encroach. It does come in. I've done things that were more him than me, behaviorally, my attitude. You have to eventually, and especially after the second year of that, because it was so much being in that all the time, and I didn't want him, and I've watched it happen. I've watched myself as an actor do things that didn't make any sense to that character. Maybe you didn't catch it, but to me, because I was so inside of it, that's the encroachment that you're talking about, I think. It takes over your mind. And I would say something at a bar or a restaurant, or walking down the street with a friend of mine, and I didn't know where that came from. Like, walking, I'm acting. That's not me, that's him.
Did you have that with other characters? Did you have that with other characters? And like,
Did
did you do that with other characters in other movies? Or
not to that extreme level, because I was him for, like you say, quite a long time. And
did it change on a more permanent level?
I don't know. I think that trying to understand him, for instance, his relationship with his father, right?
Okay.
That was extreme because it was drawn so clearly. His father, understandably, was terrified by his son, right? Terrified. And they hated each other. But they hated each other because they were terrified of each other. It's a very different relationship that I have with my own family, with my own father, right? But I think that getting up to that part of the story and working with Lawrence, I think about it sometimes because I know I have friends who have relationships like that with their fathers for the same reasons. Right? So I think about them. And I wouldn't think about them the way that I think about them now if I had played that part. And that's what the story does. It tells the truth.
Yeah, there was one thing, but I don't know if I can tell you. And more ideas, specific ideas about specific stories that they had already developed. And I just had thoughts concerning some of those. Some of them they were open to, some of them they just didn't work, you know. My ideas didn't work, so they didn't use them. There were a couple. I think there was one specifically, but I can't think. I promise no.
And my other question was, around Bilbao, there are statues of different artists who used to wear the back of the soft picture to take.
Yeah.
Have you been to see them? These statues like these?
He asked about it?
Yeah.
He just said,
So
I took that from my friends. He's a very huge fan of Verdi. I saw the statue and I think
there was another one, saying Ramon movie that he's got a nice pose. Anyway, my question was, there was another person there, a socialist. Anyway, my question was just, if there was a statue that was going to be made of you, what would your pose be?
I have to ask the artist. Whatever it is,
I was filming the short Cafe Attitude. Did you have fun?
that was based on a place in called Cafe Gratitude. That's the chain now of restaurants that's fairly successful in Los Angeles. I actually went to that restaurant once and got so freaked out by what was going on that I could never forget it. And then 2 years later, my friend showed me this. And I had been trying to work on a fucked up Manhattan dialect. I was trying to use she, her, and she wanted to
be really, really asshole who hated his job. That's why. So it was a blast. And I got over my friend's band's t-shirt, so it was good.
Thank you. It was really fun to see.
It was very fun to do.
That's the end of the video.
Okay.